Can I get a quick mic check? Appreciate it, Greg. Thank you very much. Okay, pre-market 8:56 in the morning, August 23rd, 2017. There's a lot going on here. I'm just going to check the scans real quick before I open said mouth, so I don't have to take foot out. Hey Reed, thanks for that natural gas chart. I apologize, I should have told you I had found it. I had it and some others got it for me, and I appreciate that, guys and gals. Just want to check the scans quick before I give you a quick preview. There's a lot happening here. Not necessarily in the Momo department, but in our algorithm department. Okay, it doesn't look like there's too much. I spoke a little soon. This AMD position from yesterday is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. I don't know. Might have to take a loss here. It's on my small account too. Ugh. Okay, one more quick scan here. Well, AMD sorts its you-know-what out. I guess I should take a quick fib on it and see. Maybe I can trade out of it here at open. I'm south pretty good. I'm probably in at 12.28. Probably 25 cents south. That's, what is that? Probably 2% south on that one. Underwater. That's a guess, but I think that's where I am on it. I'll get a quick fib on this and see if I can't take advantage of a pre-market scenario here. I want to give you an update here on what's going on too. But I must protect thy account. That's iffy. That's iffy too. Why is this so iffy? Where's said iffiness coming from? Ugh, this doesn't look good. Not liking anything about this play. That's usually time to get out. Oh, 11.89 I guess is my mark. Let's get these fibs set up here quick. I don't think this is right, but it'll be close enough for now. And I'll give you guys a preview of what's going on. This EIA report this morning might actually decide a fair bit for the markets. Oil has a lot of power in the markets. Yeah. Can't believe I took a trade without even modeling the trade. That's really, really irresponsible considering. Well, if this is remotely close, I've got at least got a quad wall there. But you know how it is, unless you go back a fair ways, check your model, you have no idea. And I'm talking about a tight intraday 5-minute quad wall, which are not strong by any stretch, even if it is right. Okay, which by the way, that's part of a lesson, in case I miss it. Jeez, look at that. So what's the problem with AMD? Why? Let's do a quick search. And I'll give you guys an update on what's going on in the markets. Yeah, another 12 cents and I'll get pretty nervous. Okay, well, while that's doing its thing, I guess I better get an alarm. I am a terrible loser. Come on, hit the quad wall and let's go. 5-minute quad wall. That you don't even know is right. Okay. Ugh. Oh, this looks awful. Oh, lesson to be learned there. Bunch of lessons in that one. Don't take a trade without a model being attached to it. Don't take this type of trade while the markets are in flux. Okay, let's give you a quick little review. S&P. So the S&P, I don't know if you remember, but on the model, going back just a little bit here, what happened was I took that XIV trade and it inverse volatility trade, and this was the support the model had, and the market tanked after Trump's tweet, and so I watched it because I knew exactly where we were in the model. But anyway, so the model was dead on as far as support. It got through all the different areas, did its thing. I think that's where it was. But anyway, I got out of that trade with a profit, or even, no, a little profit, I think. Anyway, I got out fine. But the point is that I broke through another support here, and then it got down into this area here, and I had kind of told you that I told you I thought it would get down into this area, and it did. So the price got down in here, but there's tons of different quad walls in here, and I thought, well, you know, it might run down in there and then bounce, and sure enough, it came back up, it gapped to a support area, and then took off. And I don't know if you remember, but when it was in here, I said there's lots of prairie in here. That's because there's no, you see the quad walls, they're missing in here. That's the diagonals. So I knew there was lots of prairie, so there'd be lots of possible up room. And sure enough, boom, up it goes. So it took advantage of the prairie. And then what happened was it hit this, the thicker the quad wall line, the more important, hit the quad wall, and look at what it's done now. So the S&P model is bang on. It's not easy to drive though, because there's 5 different time cycles on it. But it's bang on, so it's a pretty cool model. It's only a Gen 1 and Generation 1 model, so there's lots to go on it yet. Anyway, so it's been good for the general trading areas for us for intraday. Volatility bounced off of its previous low here this morning in pre-market, but doesn't look real healthy. But the MACD is up on the 30-minute. This isn't a daily. So it's up 8.37% this morning. But anyway, it's into the 50 MA on the 30 and got a little bounce at its previous low. So that's your volatility. There's not a lot to say on it. I would caution the fact that it is, you know, its intraday resistance is going to be at 1240, and it's almost there. Get up over 1240, and you should see intraday in the 1430 range. Could see, you know, if it gets up over that resistance, could see 1470-ish by, well, that's not till the 29th. So anyway, that's generally speaking where we are. In volatility, S&P off 0.4%, but it is also near, well, it's not a real strong support, but its neck quad here is pretty interesting because this is a really bearish quad. We'll see. Okay, so that's volatility. The dollar, this is my most interesting part of the story this morning. Our dollar algorithm is spot on. It's a Gen 1 too, but really built out. I can't show you the whole thing right now. I'd have to change charts. But anyway, on the intraday quads, it's in a lower inverse apex. Got caught here in between resistance and the lower inverse. And if it gets moving, it's going to see 92.55 to the downside. It's going to be really hard for it to break below 92.36. So be cautious if you're on the short side. So that affects your gold, right? Gold. So gold is interesting because the model's been firing on all cylinders. It's a generation 2-ish, maybe 3-ish. Yeah. Anyway, so it's been just firing perfect. Got into the target, got up into the resistance of the mid quad, came off. It's functioning on the quad wall as well. Anyway, right now it's right up against the resistance. This gray shaded area is all resistance. That gray line, gray arrows resistance, yellow, blue, that's all resistance. Gets up over here and into this target. There's two targets for this time right here, either up channel or down channel. Oh, this quad wall right here is really strong, by the way. It breaks this quad wall to the downside, and you could see problems. So that's on gold. These targets are on the 24th, so tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. There's one up here at 13 basically, and there's one down here at 1280 basically. So it depends on whether it gets through this cluster here of resistance. UGLD, I just about took a trade this morning in UGLD, but I didn't. Natural gas. So I was looking over Chris's model this morning. It responded heavily to that mid-quad support that broke. It didn't get right down into the lower inverse quads, so that tells me, it's more bullish than bearish. And right now it's just working its way through the quad. But this model looks like it's functioning properly. That's the start of a generation 1 from Chris, one of our students, members. Oil, this is just a 60-minute because I was going to trade this morning. We've got EIA at 10:30 in an hour and 15 minutes. UWT, just watching what it's doing based on the oil trade. Oh, look at that. Loses that 5-minute quad wall and tanks. Oh boy, this is not good. So, somewhere in here is its 200 MA. So they're going to have to save this thing or it's going to go for a while. So on my small account, I'm sitting with, I think if I remember right, 300 shares of AMD. Yeah. Dang. Oh well. I guess the upside is if I lose this trade, I get to post a loss, which people respond to more. We get more bang for our buck on posting losses, like literally close to 50 times. So AMD is getting into critical support area, being around 1189-ish, very ish-ish. This is not a model that has any substance at all. This is on the fly. ITCI is one of your momos for the morning, up 31%. It was up 60 or whatever that was. What was that? ITCI. Oh no, 37%. What am I talking about? There's a picture of $1 billion in gold I took in my basement earlier today. I don't think they have basements here. That was a sunset and a half. There's no filter on that. That was on fire. Kind of gold color. See, I've got it in the sky. Problem. Google, Walmart, partner, take on Amazon. Goliath. And let's see who's yelling at me this morning. Why not? Dream, believe, success. Nobody's yelling at me. Okay. AMD. How bad is it? Wow, am I off? Underwater. This is one of my worst trades in a long time. I think I'm off 36 cents, 34 cents on, geez, that might be off 3%. Takes a lot of work to get back 3%. If your average trade is 1%, take you 3 trades. Okay, what else is out there, guys? Anything? PRTK up 24% on the daily, sitting on its was sitting on its 200 MA. So that's pretty interesting. So 2370. That's going to put it in almost in breakout zone. 2410 puts it in breakout zone potential. So 2410 is the magic area here to watch as far as breakout possibilities. Did I tell you where oil was while I was on my ramble? I don't think I did. So EIA is up and it's sitting in a lower quad inverse, identical to last week. I didn't check the week before. It could be identical to the week before. I'm not sure. But chances of it being in the identical position in a quad at the same time the next week, on the same day, maybe 100,000 to 1. I'm not sure. So I think the markets are getting pretty fixed, kids. Pretty fixed. So the PRTK have news? I didn't even check. That literally bounced 24% off of the setup. It bounced off the setup. See, these promoters know what they're doing. It gets the 200 test and boom, they hit some news. Little PR. That's a good promotion team right there. That's what I used to do for a living. That's how I was trained into the markets. Road shows, IPOs, worked for a promoter. It's a good team that did that. Look at that. That's a home run PR. Unless there's other news I don't know about. I haven't researched. EXPR had a nice chart up on earnings. AEO, didn't we? I don't know if we charted that one. AEO, but EXPR, I'm sure we did. Oil's about to get jigged. Be very cautious with oil. Oil is very, very, there's so many people getting chewed up in pre-market in different ways. It was crazy. Good traders, I know. Oh, here it goes. I'm in a long oil position, by the way, from yesterday still on my oil account. Big volume coming into oil right now. Interesting. UWT is not really responding. Soil setup could get pretty serious pretty quick. I saved AMD. It's freaking close, boy. Market opens in 4.5 minutes. PI just got a buy rating. A $62 price target. I'd watch that real close if you got the arms available. All my arms are used up right now. PI. PI, buy rating, Doherty, $62 price target. Just initiated coverage, I think. That stock can get jiggy. RTNB off 39%, wow. TCIX, 31%. Yeah. XIV is off this morning too, of course. Okay, show me some vicious buying. It's an hour early for them to be buying, but you never know. Oil I'm talking about, sorry. Okay, we're a couple minutes to open. Nice alerts in the room this morning. Good discipline. Congrats on your first gen model chart there, Chris. Looks like it's firing on all cylinders so far. Oh, this could be it right here. It'd sure be nice to see that AMD get its act together here. Have to be really careful at open. ITCI. So it got up into resistance, by the way, just so you know, and that was its issue there. PRTK. Wow, wouldn't that be neat if it got that breakout? I'll have to see pre-market highs before I'd even consider it, but 2019 is pre-market highs. It must have had more news than just that setup. So if it gets up out of this area, where is its resistance? Well, it's gap time. Geez, that could get snarly fast. Ooh, that's serious resistance there. 31, 30 bucks-ish. So watch $30 in PRTK if you go it. Here's your open. Okay, so the S&P is into a support area. Not a serious support area, but it's a support area. RTK is up over intra resistance. Big buys there. So the S&P got the buys there at support. Pretty big buys. Volatility's at resistance. We'll see how it does here. Oil, I haven't taken a day trade on UWT because I haven't seen the vicious buying come in. I thought it was a little bit early. I mean, we had some here. Not a lot. Natural gas under resistance still. Gold's under resistance still. Nice, so they're buying it up. AMD. Just going to see resistance at 12.14. Sorry. Yeah, there is resistance there, but not serious resistance. 12.22 is where its serious resistance is. 12.14 should be easy. Oil does have moderate resistance just overhead. Intraday, moderate, intraday. Yeah, yeah, your time zone on it. Yeah, I haven't really worked with it at all yet. Just kind of, speaking of time zones, time is my biggest problem. Just having the time to get into it. S&P's on support. Volatility's at resistance. Dollar sitting on support. Could go for quite a ride down. Gold just under resistance. Natural gas just under resistance. Fair ways under. On the intro. US oil. Okay, this could be where the buys come in. oil is not trading aggressive at all. Okay, so here we go with AMD's first test. First test is at 12.14, it hit 12.13. Second test is at 12.22. Gets up over 12.22 and I'll actually add if you can believe it. But it's got to get there. Touched the 50 on the 5 and backed off. That's pretty weak. But there are buys in there, so. ITCI coming off a bit. PRTK is holding up. Its indicators are improving right now. Yeah, this will probably go. Just watch the $30 mark if this PRTK gets going. ITCI indicators are improving a little bit. AMD right up against its first test right now. That's good. They blew through that 50 on the 5, which helps. Shows a little more strength. Your stock loses Momo when it hits the 50 on the 5. You know that you're not in a good position long. Okay, so it's right up against its fib here. We'll see how it handles it. For 12.22, I'll give it a quick add. So it popped through its fib real quick, just about the 100 on the 5 and backed off. So it's not real strong, but S&P surviving its support test so far. Volatility came off its resistance, intraday resistance. Dollars on its support. Gold still in resistance. Natural gas hasn't changed. Oil slowly grinding. The pre-EIA grind. True definition of playing chicken. Mexican standoff. UWT is flat as a result. AMD. Yeah. Well, it's going to need some juice to get through here. 3.8 million shares traded so far. A nice time for a nice PR on this. Get me out of my sheet. EXPR over its pre-market highs, nice. PRTK, I wouldn't be surprised if this one gets going, but ITCI, nothing yet. Okay, so volatility is coming off. S&P is holding up over its second test. It's got a fair amount of prairie here. Could see 245. In the next hour. $245 range, so it's got a lot of, I guess that's 245.23. It's got a lot of choppy in there. And then it's getting up really close to this quad wall. That's serious. Oil's come off. It's waiting for the EIA, I would think. Exactly what it did last week. Identical. Same place in the quad. Correlation off before recalculating the model. What is he talking about? What? Not sure what he was on about there. Wow, the dollar held that inverse quad. I'm really surprised. Last time it hit an inverse quad, it didn't do well. Or was that? Oh no. Well, it didn't quite get there, I guess. That held that one. But this is a daily. It's pretty loose on the daily. Okay, AMD, hold this test, support test on AMD intraday, 1203. Hit it, boys. Hit it hard. Please. Thank you. Wow. Interesting. Pretty quiet out there. Everything's on support and resistance, all the important ones. I wonder how HYG looks this morning. Comes the resistance test, so it's bouncing between, at least technically it's functioning. Nice. So AMD looks like it might get up over this resistance. Problem is, it's actually responding to the MAs on the 5, which is like really weak. But it is up over the fib. Now it's getting into the 200 on the 5. See how it handles that. Touched it. It's at it. Just popped over it. Get up and go. Its real resistance is 3 cents away at 12.22. Got some mojo, just went green. Oh. Pardon me, sorry. Getting excited now. I wasn't really liking the idea of putting out a loss on social media so everybody could actually like it. I can't remember what the analytics are on losses, like something like, I don't know, it's between 20 and 50 times on wins. Touched that 200 and came off. I could take a tiny loss right now. It's tiny altogether, but it's a tiny account. If I got 300 shares right now, I'd be 20 cents off. What's that, 60 bucks? Is that right? I'm stressing over 60 bucks. Put on a small account, like you gotta build it, right? Can't lose. Am I seeing that right? 300 times 20, yeah, I'm off 20 cents, 60 bucks. NVDA and AMD, yeah, makes sense. Wow, was I really stressing on 60 bucks? I was too, wasn't I? 50 cents on 300, so about 150 bucks. I was stressing about. Money's money. You got to keep your money. It's easier to make money than it is to keep it. Way easier in the world. And small accounts, you gotta protect every penny. That's how it works when your small accounts start, and that's why I like building small accounts, because it keeps your discipline. When I blew my brains out on 2 big accounts, like the first account that I blew up, it was big. Like I can't tell people how big it was. It was big. I blew my brains out learning how to day trade with it. Because day trading is opposite, what's the word, of an entrepreneur's natural instinct, right? Because an entrepreneur's natural instinct, when I get into shit as an entrepreneur, I would hit things harder until I got my way, right? You can't do that day trading. Doesn't matter how big your account is, you'll blow your brains out. AMMJ. So my little trade in AMJ could get jiggy here. Nice. Thanks for the alert, Z-Man. But anyway, that's a real lesson. And then I had a 10% reserve. So after I blew my brains out on my big account, if you haven't read that little blog piece I did on it, you should read it. Everybody should read that Freedom Traders series. There's some real heart in there. Any heart that I have left is in there. But anyway, in there and in Monkey. Then I used my 10% reserve and blew my brains out on that. Those were big accounts. I don't know how I got on that, but I did. How that rant started. And then I had to take, so I blew my brains out, and then I had to take, like everyday earnings to rebuild again. And that's where I learned, that's right, that's where the rant came from. That's where I learned how to build the discipline of having to build small accounts, right? So I take 10 or 20K, build a small account, build it up, and then I take that money and I tuck it away, and then I do it again. And I take that money and I tuck it away, and then I do it again. I do trust myself with bigger accounts now, like for my commodities and swing trading, but even swing trading, like my account size maybe at the most will get up in 150 range. Commodities 500, 600, 700. but I don't lose there. So, but day trading, I don't trust myself with any more than a 20K start because I'm not a good loser. I get mad. Okay, here we go. AMD, let's do this. Like I trade oil, like so disciplined, no problem there. Like I'll be in a $500,000 oil trade and I'm absolutely disciplined. You get me in a $500,000 day trade on AMD and I'll blow my brains out. 12.22, there it is. There's the touch. There it is. Ooh, this baby gets up over 12.22 and I'll start hitting it. Oh, here we go. I gotta load her up. 40 minutes, right, until whatchamacallit? EIA. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Ooh. There's a quad wall above. She ain't getting past 1241. Not today. If it gets past 1241, and I'll bring my commodities account into this. Start hitting it. Come on. Oh, no follow through. Shoot. Dang it. I was gonna look like a hero there. 0 to 0 in 3 cents. Target 164 on NVDA. I wish I had that modeled. Oh, look at this. We're getting some follow through. There's a minute left on the candle. Look at that. Strength with a minute left on a 5-minute candle. That's good. Nice. That's hilarious, Reed. Reed, you're a freaking rock star. Well, if anybody wants to try and do a quick and dirty 5-minute model on NVDA, that'd be cool. Tesla's alarming. Moving average 20. 20 crossing the 50. Really? Ooh, that's the alarm I'm thinking. That's bullish on Tesla. Okay, this is really good here. Oh, I don't want to take my eyes off this, but that Tesla alarm. I'm in Tesla on a totally separate play, like outside of our trading platform. It's like a private deal. Okay, here we go. And a lot of my investors are in Tesla, so I want to know what's going on. Oh, hold this sucker on the 5. You can do it. Hold it. No. Oh, come on, you can do it. Oh, dang. Okay, I gotta get down on the 1 minute here to make a decision. VVC. Really? What's VVC doing? If anybody can bring that up for me, that'd be great. All my monitors are full. I'm running algorithms and VVC and Tesla. It sure be nice to know what's going on if anybody has a spare moment. Okay, I'm down on the 1 here to see what's going on. Oh, dang it. Corey. Stock RSI on the 1's turning down. Just lost its fib. Well, actually just got its fib. Wow, shit. Squeeze momentum still green though. Bright green. Pardon the language. Oh, we're getting hints of some good trading starting last couple days. Fall's coming. Fall's coming. Oh, look at that. So they're buying it. How close are we on the 5 minute here? I lost track of my minutes. 3 minutes left. And they're buying it. Oh, there they go. They just good. 3 minutes left. BBC jumped at open from 161.37 and now at 65. Thanks, Sean. Appreciate it. Fuck. Pardon my language. Okay, if this gets strength in the last minutes, there's 2 minutes left. Oh, there it goes. So yeah, 2 minutes left. 2 minutes and they're buying it. They bought it in 3 minutes. They're buying it in 2 minutes. Question is, as it gets close to 1 minute, are they going to buy it? So here's the expiry of the 2 minute, I think. I think there's one. Well, I got to check. 2 minutes left. So if the buys come in here, I'll hit it. 1241 is the big test. Now, support at 1222 and on the top side 1241. Minute and a half left. Appreciate that, Sean. I gotta get a few more monitors. I think I need 3 or 4 more. Going through the airports though with 6 is like in a bulldog as a service dog, and of course, you know, they look at the bulldog as a service dog and they're like, we never seen a bulldog service dog before. When you go through the little magnetic thing, the problem is service dogs are trained to go sit beside the guard, you know, like when you walk through, and wait for you, right? So the guard and the dog wait for you while they're buying it. Anyway, Monkey, don't do that. So here we go. 15 seconds left. But he's got his papers, so he's a service dog. He gets a free seat. Off you and your program. Bulldogs are special. Sorry, buddies. 1228. That's my buy, I think, from yesterday, or 1225, something like that. 15 seconds. Don't do it. No. This is, oh. It's such a bad sign. This is not easy to trade. This is a tough stock to trade. Damn. That wasn't a good 5 minute switch. It's probably going to come off now. So you can look forward to 1214. It's 1214. Damn. Damn it. Oh, so close. Well, at least the bulls are in it. They took it off the 200 there. So that's a good sign. Gotta go with your trading plan, see? Upcoming earnings: BURL, DLTR, HPQ, TIF, PVH, SAFM, WSM, GES, SIG, SJM, SPLS, SDRL earnings. HRL, PRY, SQM, FLWS is on that list, MIK and TTC. So FLWS is on that list. Thanks, Reed. Here you go, Corey. What a rock star. You guys are doing great. We got a great room. What a great crew. You know, any that we cut out of the team, I don't think I feel bad about any of them. Like in terms, I feel bad about all of them, but I mean in terms of whether or not it was the right decision. This is a good team. Good trading team. You guys would even be better if I knew what was going on with Tesla. If somebody could spare one arm for me, that would be really helpful. Thanks, Reed. I can't bring yours up, Reed. I can bring it up on one of my other monitors, but not on this one. Oh, look at that. They saved it early. I must have, do I have that fib off? Maybe 12 by 2 cents? That's possible, eh? Hey, Matt, do me one quick little favor. Is it up over the, you know what I'll do? I'll just bring Tesla up here. So, well, I gotta let AMD confirm. I was just wondering if it's up over, I can't remember how the setup worked. I gotta look. This confirm. This could see 1241 today, guys. This 5 minute has to get up. What, how much time has it got? It's got 1 minute and 22 seconds. It only needs another. Frick! It only needs like 4 cents. 3 cents. It's got 1 minute to do it. 26. 3 cents. That's all it needs. Come on. Look at that. 2 cents. It's got 37 seconds for 2 cents. Come on, you can do it. It held the bottom of the 5 minute on the last too. Wow, is this ever technically traded? Oh, the oil's getting serious again. 25 minutes to EIA. And the bulls are going to take oil 25 minutes early? I don't think so. It's got resistance above anyway. It's not going far until the report comes out, unless somebody knows something. But that would be really unusual. Oh, didn't get it. But you know what? The way this trades, see, look at that. On the switch, it's getting bullish. The bulls are in here. And these tech companies, they can do anything, eh? Wow, now it's flagging. Yeah, I want to take a good look at Tesla's chart and PI's chart. Those two charts intrigue me. Shoot. Yeah, so now it's probably going to flag. Dang it. So close. S&P. Moderate. Volatility. Got hammered a bit, as usual. Dollar. Dollar's having a problem with that inverse apex. So a very good chance that thing's going to see 92.55. Might even see 92.35-ish. Gold under resistance, but man, that's going to get some serious jam if the dollar comes off. And then it would be up through a resistance cluster, so that would be interesting. Natural gas, same story on the intra. They're grinding oil higher on their Mexican standoff. True game of chicken there. Yeah. Now it's going to flag. Look for 12.14. Dang. But if it holds this quad, it'll be a good setup for tomorrow. Look at the bulls and oil. Like, why would you take it now? 22 minutes before? Really? Well, I'm in it anyway, in my commodities account. So I'm up, what am I up? 10 grand? 11. Every penny is $1,000 on my commodities account. And I'm stressed about AMD. 60 bucks or 150 bucks. Oh, come on. Okay, well, this is going to flag. So the story's, what am I going to do? I'll just set my alarm on this sucker at the quad wall on the bottom there. And forget about it. What? There it is. Okay. Alarm set. Pardon me, sorry. Is alarm set on the upside? No. Well, it starts to get serious at 12:30-ish. 12:30 on the upside it gets serious, and 12:05 on the downside it gets serious. In between is really nothing. Nothing doing there. It's probably just going to flag now between 12:14 and 12:25. But it gets up over that alarm, and it's a long again, and then it's got a test here, 12:41-ish. Serious test, because it gets up over the 12:41-ish, and its next test is at 12:55. It gets up over 12:55 and it's gone. Sell your house. If you don't have a bulldog or an American Eskimo, sell your dogs too. Go long over 12:55. Only on the daily, on tomorrow, today. Okay, So while you're selling your dogs, I'm going to get a look at Tesla, because there's some very important investors in it, and we need those investors, peeps. You know why we need those investors? Because we want to code algorithms that cost $12 million a piece to code. So thanks for the help, Matt. Because when Kooky Kurt asks for help, there's like more reasons than just he wants to look at a chart. Because he might have some serious investors prodding him on DMs and on, what's this other one that people are on? WhatsApp. Most of the investors are on WhatsApp. You can believe it. The majority of them. And trust me, when those gazillionaires are sitting around the table having dinner, and we have a little chat about which algorithm they're going to be financing next, they're paying attention, trust me. And they do things for fun, just because they can. Okay, that's your lecture for the morning. Let's look at the 1 day. Tesla, up over the 200, testing the 100, through the bowl, trending stock, got a bounce above the 100, which is bullish. Trading 344.52. 52-week high 386.99. Holy shit. Look at this. Oh, doggy. Sorry, I know some of you are watching Tesla other than our day traders. I gotta play referee on something, but this has gotta go. This is good shit. Sorry about my language, guys. I really apologize. Buy. Make sure you buy, don't sell. A valid price, yeah. I love this platform. It's great. Appreciate it. I mean, what's it doing coming off now? It's got like open field. It's not where you come off, you go now. It says open field times. Oh, bastards. It's trading at 12.31. What was that little buy at? AMD. 12.32. Well, at least I didn't hit the top of the frickin' 5-minute candle like I did on my original buys. Anyway, Sean and Chris, it's okay. You guys go ahead, chat about what you like. I'm as far as that natty chart, Chris, that's your chart. That's your model. I have no authority at all. I shouldn't be saying anything about what should happen with that model at all. You guys can build models. That's the whole idea behind it, is to democratize it. So don't pay attention to anything I said about that. So I apologize if I gave anybody that impression or I said anything similar. Ouch. I'm struggling with these freaking braids I got. I don't know if I should just shave my head, but then you have to shave every day. Anyway, AMD holding up. US oil, the bulls, for whatever reason, 14 minutes ahead, are creeping up. That's a potential suicide mission. And anyway, Chris and Sean, just to make sure that you guys heard me, so I don't have to chase you down on this, because it's really important that I make sure that you heard. Just give me a yes or a confirm. Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it. Then I don't have to chase you guys down, right? That's all I was wondering. Yeah, the whole idea is to democratize the models, right? You guys build models and share them as you like. If you ever partner with us on models like Reid is with his Bitcoin, great. You know, models to be worth anything, you know, to the marketplace of any value have to get pretty serious. Like they have to get into the black box arena, but you know, you could always model and share, you know, if you ever want to partner with us on something, you know, up until it's, you know, black box, right? And but you can do it however you want. It doesn't matter. Like there, even if you get to the point where it's the best of the best, and it's you got the black box part knocked down. Black box is just quantum, right? Quantum. The definition of quantum theory is it works, but nobody can explain why. That's the black box part of the models. Basically, fifth generation, fourth into the fifth. See, the initial modeling is based on primarily on Fibonacci, just Fibonacci on steroids, right? People that can really use Fibonacci well. And the rest of the modeling as you go along is all on conventional conventional indicators that are all back tested and modeled and it worked. But black box, the difference with black box is you can't take Fibonacci math, put it on your results, and say you can't attach it, you can't quantify it to a discipline like Fibonacci, if that makes sense. Hopefully all that made sense. That was masterclass training right there. I got to remember to freaking get that on video. And to get to the black box, to get into the quantum phase, you have to take LSD. There's no other way. Okay, so over 1241, 1242-ish, I wouldn't sell my bulldog, but any other kind of dog breed you have, I would sell and go long. No, that wasn't the right figure. Sorry. Don't sell your dogs yet. 1255. Sorry. Sell your house at 1241, but not your dog. Oil, I can't believe the bulls, they took it right up to resistance. Look at that. What a bunch of stupid bulls. Like, do I agree with that? I don't agree. I can't agree with that. Unless it's people that know what the report's going to say. But as far as disciplined trading, that's a herd. That's just, it's worse than dries. Like, you got to have less respect for that than people that trade dries. I mean, like the disrespect I operate in, but I trade dries, but you know what I'm saying, right? Anyway, I gotta remember that stuff I gotta get that on video as a matter of record, right? For our, what's it called? Our master's class series. So now that we're past all that, what is going on with natural gas? Is it a buy right now or a seller? What is going on? Where is that chart? Natural gas USD. It's right under resistance, and see, it reacts to those MAs too, hey? Whereas oil doesn't. So did you buy on the bottom? Is that what happened there? Natural gas. Well, yeah, I guess it's pretty close to a quad wall, or maybe those are my lines. Those are not Chris's. So, and I just threw them in there. So they might not even be right. They might not be placed right. Tesla, see, this is interesting. On the daily, it gets up over those two MAs right there, and you could confidently sell your house. With indicators confirming, of course. That's a serious setup. Am I seeing a right ear sidewinder in there or a left ear? Am I seeing that right? I might be. Let's take a look. Let's look closer. I betcha it is. That's not right either. Well, close enough for now. Yeah, we'll leave it there. It has to confirm anyway. Yeah, sure enough. See, the bull's rammed right into that resistance. 200 miles an hour. Well, 20 miles an hour anyway. The creep there. Pretty much crawled to it. This is crawl right to the wall. Sit there and wait for the report. Wait for our possible death. What a stupid thing to do. Anyway, I'm happy about my oil trade. I'm up 12, 13, 14 grand. 13, 14, 15. That's nice. My AMD, I'm up too. I'm up about 60 bucks. Ooh, look at this. Look at that, right into the quad wall. Right up against the fib. Backed right off. Of course it did. That's quad wall. But you know what? I have support right in and around my eye. That's a bad area of a quad to be sitting in and banging up against. That's bearish. So it either gets through or I have to cut. I think I'm in 400 shares. 5 minutes EIA. So hopefully AMD makes a decision here. PRTK pushing pre-market highs. Wow. Nice alert. Thanks. Tesla. I believe that's a right ear sidewinder, isn't it? Oh, it came out of it. It already popped out of it. It's kind of an iffy setup, but it's there. It's all there. It's all setting up. AMD right up against the quad wall. Look at how that works, eh? And a fib at the same time. Nice, AMMG. It's winning everywhere today. Winning on oil. I'm winning on AMJ, AMMJ, AMD. Wonder if I'm winning anywhere else. Let's get out of my oil trade. Well, $7. 47.88. Yeah, I got filled at 47.88. $47.88. I guess I better tell the room, eh? Oh, these alerts, I hate alerts. Closed 47.88. Nice win. What is that? 17K. 17K to start the day. Where to go? Oh, 16K. Closed 47, 88, 16K winner. Okay, that's been alerted. So I'm out of oil. AMD, look at that. Just banging up against it. That's powerful stuff. Oil's in like 2 minutes. Why do people like send, like people that know me well, sending me like, hi, how are you at market open? And right before EIA report. Oh, I'm doing just great. Everything's fine. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, nice trade. I went from 0 to hero like in a day on it. Love not being a 0. Much better. Feels much better. Okay, we have oil. We have EIA on deck. Is this thing going to confirm or not? We get a confirmation, please. Oh, it's not going to confirm. Okay, we got to get over to oil. We don't have a choice. Yeah, see? Bulls, there you go. Crawl up to the wall and then get electrocuted and bounce off. And the report's not even out yet. Like, how stupid. Like, who did that? Okay, what are we? 20 seconds away? I can't believe they just did. Oh, look at that. Holy shit. Just about right into the target. Ooh. These EIA reports have been like really non-dramatic in comparison in the last 3 weeks or so. Oil's been really divergent in almost every way. And some of the best oil traders in the world that I follow are just getting chewed up because it's a mess. But the models helped a lot. Oh, wow. That's the least volatile EIA report I've ever seen. My suspicion is it's down from here. The crossroads, of course, is where those purple arrows are. Okay, well that was not dramatic at all. Oil has gotten very boring lately. Oh, here it goes. Maybe not. There's that resistance. They all walked up or crawled up. Speaking of resistance, dang it. Well, there's a support test at 12:30. That's too bad because if it bangs around in here, that's bearish. It's not the place to bang around. Doesn't mean it won't work, but oil's flat. To moderately bullish. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, I have a really important meeting today. Oh, I was getting all excited about going back to that area I was in last night or yesterday after when I went diving. I have a really important meeting today at 3 o'clock, which means I have to leave probably around 2:45. So I'm going to be really efficient on our master class. I have to go to a lawyer's and sign all the paperwork for the fund. Oil's actually getting kind of jiggy here. Very interesting. Well, jiggy is probably not the right word. So look at that, natural gas right up to its resistance at the mid quad. Very interesting. AMD up to its quad wall. Also interesting. Tesla didn't get any more juice. Capital expenditures are soaring. Of course they are. So here comes oil. Let's see if it can hit its target. Got right into here. Got a few cents away from its target. $0.10 from its target. Well, it looks like it's too early to tell, but it might hold its up channel, which kind of surprises me. AMDA is scraping the side of that quad on the 5. MACD is up on the 5. Squeeze momentum's up on the 5. Stock RSI is moderately scraping the top. I got a gut feeling about that AMMJ. Oh, I don't want to go to that meeting today. Total surfer walks into the lawyer's office. Where's the guy that's signing for the hedge fund? That's me, sir. And I know what the lawyer's going to do. Look at the guy that's bringing me in disbelief. Okay, here we go. I'll be covered in sand and braided hair in my surfer shorts. Oh, this is getting serious now. Oil's still bullish too. It's under that resistance. I don't trust that oil move yet. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Ooh. Come on, balls. Just take it. I told the private fund holders last night, I'm telling you that AMD, it's set up, technically set up. Of course, I'm on the beach and they're trying to get me to explain what I'm doing. They're all studying all the videos and all the charts, learning how to trade. I've been investing for 40 years, Sonny. I know how to trade. I'm like, okay. That's why I'm trading for you. I get it. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Do you have a buy ready? No, you don't. Oh, terrible platform. Hotkeys needed. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, the best candle switch, eh? 4.5 minutes left, but these candle switches have been all screwy anyway. Can anybody hear me, by the way? I feel like I'm on the moon. I wish somebody would come and talk to me. It's getting to be good trading again. Oh, I'll talk to myself. See you, man. Thanks. Appreciate it. Gets lonely on the moon. Should try it sometime. I've been on it almost a year. Oh, yeah, right. Discord voice channel. I don't think I'm in there. Sorry, Reed. I screwed that up this morning. I gotta figure it out again. This is such an important test. I can't take my eyes off it. I was gonna start to scale in, right? Like over 1241 and then up into, like I was gonna start scaling for real and then up over that 1255. because I have a sense that it's going to chase the top of the next quad, right? Like here, I'll show you what my brain is firing off on here. You guys can tell me if I'm nuts, but this is what I'm seeing in this. Like if you take this model a little further, right? And anticipate, as that guru was saying the other day, and I like challenged the guru. I was like, oh yeah, anticipate it. How do you anticipate it? And the guru couldn't tell me. Pardon me. And I was thinking to myself, oh my Lord. You just anticipate because it feels good. That's great. Trading because it feels good is great. As long as it feels good. Okay, let's do this. See? So you take the top of that quad and you actually anticipate with some amount of thesis in your anticipation. Because this trade hasn't felt great at all. but I stayed in it. See if I can get into this quad up over this resistance. Then I'm here to the mid quad, right? The big test. That's the big test right there, the big kahuna at 1255. This test isn't that serious. Well, it's serious because it's at the quad wall. It could chase the bottom of the quad too. That would be a problem. 1222. What time is that at? That's at 5:15 today. Or, so if it gets into this quad, it's either going to be at 1222 at 5:15, 1255 at 5:15, or 1288 at 5:15. I'm shooting for 1288. There's another masterclass right there. You know what we're going to do? We're going to call this masterclass 13. Masterclass 13. There we go. I hope I'm recording. Yes. Has the sound been okay? You guys heard me okay through this rantathon? This is, oh, look. Got a big one online. There we go. That's what she's supposed to look like. I just missed it. I'll give it a little order. Damn, I missed it. I was too busy looking at whether or not you guys are listening to me. Now I can blame it on you guys. I'm like, sorry, I lost all your money. The hedge fund's closed. Take care, Chris. 14 we're going to do this afternoon, but it'll be a quick one. This will be Masterclass 13. I got to remember all this. Dang, a lot happened this morning, eh? Yeah, Masterclass 13. Modeling on the fly. Modeling on the fly reminds me of that, what's that show when we were kids? Back to the Future. Wasn't his name? Oh, what was his name? The old guy, the scientist. Oh no, it was McFly was the kid, yeah. 3, 4, 5. I might be in 500 or 600 shares now on this one. Better not get bad news. Yeah, McFly. That's what it was. I should watch the show again. That was an awesome show. By the way, Epic's almost got the target hit on oil right now. I haven't trusted the move, and I apologize, guys, if I caused you not to take a long on oil, but that's not a great move. That's not normal. Like, oil's not trading normal. You got to be really good to trade oil right now. Oil's really fucky. Pardon my language again. But you have to be really good to trade oil or really lucky. One of the two. It's not trading normal. It's like if your wife came home and, you know, it was your wife's body and she didn't talk normal like the way she had for many years. That type of weird. It's weird. Something's not right. Still in the model, but it's divergent. The way it's trading, everything about it's different. So I don't know. I can't tell you what's going on, but I don't know if you sold your house and went long here, but is that the house? Yeah. The dog is here at 12:55. Can't remember if I'm in 500 or 600 shares either. Does this platform actually tell you something like that? I got 200, so 500. Sorry, Instabrokers, or I mean, you're active. Don't mean to diss your little platform, but it sucks. Can't believe I'm saying TD works better, but it does. I don't know, maybe I'm just not used to it. 30 years, I guess. A group of divers just have to walk past my window. Okay, I should, before I add any more, like really I should be thinking about selling 12:55, and then if it gets over, I mean that's a disciplined way to do it, right? I didn't quite do this properly. Like I should have went in heavy here, but I didn't time it right. And then you sell at the mid quad, and then you re-enter if it confirms above, right? It's the right way to do things. Probably gonna lose juice here now. Yeah. Hit resistance in the quad. I don't know if you guys seen how I did that, but watch the video later if you didn't. I see once it gets into a new quad, you want to do that, right? Like if you're trading tight on the shoot. Yeah, hit that resistance. Because it gets into a new quad and you're going to be in tight trades, right? Tight trading. So as long as it holds 1242, you're okay. And this is intra now, I'm talking. Like real tight trading, right? Well, actually 1238 is your real intraday. Might see 1238 and then it's a decision whether it goes up or down from there on the intraday. But that's pretty weak. Like it should have got right up here to its extension at the mid quad. But the rest of the action today, the bulls have been in it, so they might have just taken it to its, yeah, see, squeeze momentum just came off too. Oh, Epic got the target, eh? This one you have to give a little bit of room because the bulls come in at the weirdest time. I'd like to go over to Epic's screen there to show you the target hit. I think it hit the target. Got into the target zone anyway, I think. So that's a good sign. Because the targets have not been hitting. And if they're not hitting, you know it's divergent. Wow, the bulls, they catch it right at the, technically like right under its technical shitstorm. And then they take it again. Consistently over and over again. But they never take it right at the test. They let it go just under. That's what I like about oil. When oil's spot on, like when the machines are in it, you don't get any of that. It's just they take it and they take it and they take it. Now they do chase the stops out at the key points, but it's predictable. Stock RSI is at the bottom on the 1. I'm waiting for it to curl up. If it doesn't curl up, I gotta get out. Always have to remember you can always get back in, right? This thing is set up on the daily for really good bounce. Like tomorrow, it'll probably gap. But tomorrow's probably its 8% day. I was looking for 8% yesterday. Well, 8 is a lot, but I think you get the point. Being a little dramatic there. Look at that, it's riding that quad wall. What's that, the 20 on the 1? The quad wall. That was a big sell. The volume of these 1 minute candles, crazy. So the volume on the 1 minute's been progressively getting smaller here. So how would I go? Done. 1242.4. Now let's hope. It was actually 500 I owned. Because I don't know how to read this frickin' thing. Anyway, 300 from yesterday and 200 from today, I'm sure. Closed 1242.4. Closed 1242. 224 AMD. 5 100 share buys. I don't know what my average was. Okay, so I made a few bucks on my small account. Probably 150 bucks, 200 bucks. Because on today's it was what, 79 bucks? Yeah, 79 bucks. 75 bucks. But anyway, and on yesterday's 300 at 15 cents, 45 bucks. So, 100 and some bucks on that small account. 100 some bucks doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, that small account will be $1 million bucks, and it'll take me 26 months. So anyway, that was technically the way you do it. And so you can watch for 12:22 at about 5 o'clock today. Or if it gets going, 12:55, 5 o'clock today. Or on the high side, it was 12:88, I believe. But it's set up on the daily, so I like it. So I'm going to let it come off. Hopefully it comes off and then I can re-hit, because it is set up. But hopefully technically that helped you for your day trading. So that's done. So later I'll come back to that. Tesla, on the daily, I'm looking for that alarm to go off. And then I'll be heavy in it. So right, now, isn't this interesting? So UWT, well, I guess oil didn't get that much jig. It just got positive in its model. So I'll show you what that looks like real quick. So what did it get up to here? 48.11, which is, right? Well, that's funny. It just got into its target and then backed off. Those targets we put on there on Sunday when we sent out the report. But it's in the quad. Well, that's not the main quad. The main quad is, if you can picture a baseball field. Anyway, this is the bottom. This would be where the catcher is in here. But it, and these are main supports down here, the gray and the yellow. Bounced off the main supports. Kind of floundered through its. This is bad action in here. It means the machines aren't in it. Because it's those purple horizontal lines, those are conventional charting support and resistance. They are what oil was trading to, right? So when it's responding to conventional, it just means the machines aren't in it. But yeah, normally Epic's model doesn't look like, the way that trade responds isn't like this. It responds to the quads and stuff. Like here, that's a perfect hit to the quad. And it backed off, perfect hit to the quad. So the machine shut down right here. Well, yeah, they shut down right here. For the most part. So that's why I don't like the trade right now. When the machines aren't in it, I don't do it, right? Why would you? When you know. I still got a nice trade out of it, but. So, pardon me. Oh, I got an alert that I'm out of AMD. Dang it. 12.42.4. $12.42.4. Added 5 times and closed 12.42.4. Looking at re-entry or swing. Swing size, not small account. Build size. Small account, day trade, build size. Okay, so that's done. AMD. Oh, I guess I gotta do that on the swing. It's on both. Swing trading alerts. Okay, so that's alerted. A little late, but it's tough to get everything, all your arms going on this. Hey, thanks, Reed. Appreciate that on my DM. Is that it? Is there anything else to look at right now? Yeah, Reed, you know what? When big money, like when you're in the big money plays, that was a small money play. But the principles are the same, right? So when you're in, when you're in serious time and you need to make sure that you're trading against the world's best, right? I always say it. So you may as well get the tools to do it. It's one thing to have the tools, you need the skill set. And you need the emotional discipline. Once you have all three, and you add a little LSD, things go well. So it is 11:06. I am going to take a break. I need one. Unless there's something else. Is there anything else going on in the market we should be looking at? Let's take a real quick look here. S&P, so it held support. Yeah, on the fly, tight trading modeling, man, it works. Just wait, we're coding that. Wait till that gets coded. Our frickin' dashboard for traders is going to be so awesome. That's why it's so important for us to service these investors, because they're the ones that are going to bring it for us, right? Because I'm not going to spend $12 million. I don't have $12 million in algo. That's a lot of money, and $12 million an algo. I mean, it's a couple $100 million project, right? So anyway, not that I'm not earning it, right? Because the money for the algos to build the algos is coming from my trading, and so like this here, right? When I'm trading, my day trading, and behind that is, well, I'm going to sign the papers today for like the bazooka, like the warship that I have in behind that is. Anyway, I think you get the point, right? So yeah, it's important for us to support that effort because it'll do a lot for us. And I think that's one example, right? But imagine that digitized right on the dashboard. So, using indicators that less than 1% have and having the skill set, and then putting that 1% skill set on steroids with a digital dashboard that you can just like snipe, like, I think you guys get the vision. Look at that, the dollar lost its inverse apex. Kind of figured. Gold, how'd gold do? Under resistance, didn't go, it head faked over it, and that was it. Natural gas, under its resistance over its 200, so it's getting squeezed in there. That'll be interesting to see that pop. That's going to pop or drop, that one. US oil, I don't need this anymore because I'm not trading oil. I was going to trade oil, but I never did get the machines on my side. Like when I'm looking for velocity, I'm looking for machines, right? Start buying. Like when I'm talking about the power of the trade, the power zone, when I'm trading an algo model on commodities or something like that, what I'm looking for in that power zone, when I see that power zone, I know my machines are there, right? And then AMD, it held the quad. Interesting. It's close though. Okay, so that's AMD. Tesla, we know what's going on there. And the last one is oil. Oil is right up and under its target for the day. When oil gets really predictable and the machines are in, then it just touched the target. These targets were calculated 60 months back, right? So the actual target size, not just a fluke, just so you know, it is support and resistance. When this gets really predictable, I can tell you the price of oil in advance for Tuesday at 4:30, Wednesday at 10:30, Friday at 1 o'clock, on Sunday the week prior, and hit it 92% of the time. And but that hasn't been that way for I think about 4 months. I'd have to look back on the reports. But that's how good this model gets when it gets going. So we're going to call this Masterclass 13, which is cool because 13 is my favorite number. That's the date of my birthday, and it's always been my most favorite number. So this could be the best class we've had. It might go downhill from here because there's another 9 left. I think that's it. Unless anybody has any questions, I'm going to take a break until noon. I think we're good. Cool. See you guys at noon.